Hey guys and girls and everyone in between. How you going?
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? I think I just cut myself off there at the beginning. Hey Deb, how you going? John Paul, how you going? Charles, how you going? Out to lunch, how you going? George, how you going? We got Deb and we got Shannon, how you going? On the ferry, Morgan driving to pick up daughter from your parents. School holidays are over. Yes, I've been babysitting on and off for the last 2 weeks. Just listening while in range. Got to drive. Alex, how you going? Good to see ya. Who else have we got in here? Paul, how you going? Kevin, how you going? Okay, Flyby Stu, how you going? Okay, well, Australian government just went full authoritarian. So let's have a look. Hang on, where are we? I'm just trying to find the right one now, because what I have done, what I realised you can do, is bookmarks, and I've made an Australia folder. Apparently Anthony Albanese, no, this is a parody. It's not his final post on X, but he does think free speech is a dangerous tool and must be restricted, I'm sure. And this is obviously a satire one. Elon Musk's commitment to free speech is a detriment to our democratic discourse. Protecting themselves, in other words. As such, in solidarity with Senator LBRY, who was the woman who everyone is seeing all over the internet, the Australian woman saying Elon should be in jail. Really? I think LBRY and Albo should be in jail. But anyway, hey, you know, I too shall be quitting X. Anyway, that was a parody, okay? Craig Kelly said it's Albanese that's spreading disinformation. Elon Musk agreed to censor the attack on the bishop to Australian account holders, but not globally. And arrogance. What arrogance of Albanese to call for global censorship? Do you know why? I will just say that this is all about a bishop. I believe it's a Greek bishop. Marmari, his name is. And he was attacked by people are saying Muslim Arab person who tried to stab him. So, and that is what the Australian government want to censor. Okay, don't worry about Bondi and the stabbings there. They're not worried about censoring that one. This is because this was on a priest. And if you knew what that priest was saying, you would understand why. He was asking for strong men to stand up. He knows what's going on. He spoke out about the COVID. He spoke out about that and said too many of you are falling for it. You are just like Christians being soft and falling for things like that. So that priest, I believe, was targeted, definitely. By who? Obviously the person who tried to stab him, but was there someone hiring people like this to do things like... I don't know. I'm just asking questions. It's not an accusation or anything. But what he's done is called for no one to be able to see that video. So everyone's sharing it. Australians versus the agenda. Prime Minister Albo and Elon Musk allowing misinformation to circulate on his social media platform X. The government is willing to do whatever is necessary to take on this arrogant billionaire who thinks he's above the law. He's talking about Elon. The E-Safety Commissioner, Tweet and Jules, now I've got news about her, is doing her job to protect the interests of Australians. Delusional. No, they're not. Let's have a look at this.
How far is the government willing to go, and looking at new powers, how far is it willing to go to take on Elon Musk, who really has hit back on the social media platform again overnight?
We'll do what's necessary to take on this arrogant billionaire who thinks he's above the law, but also above common decency. What the E-Safety Commissioner is doing is doing her job to protect the interests of Australians. And the idea that someone would go to court for the right to put up violent content on a platform shows how out of touch Mr. Musk is. Social media needs to have social responsibility with it. Mr. Musk is not showing any.
How far is the government willing to go?
Yeah, in other words, he wants like his little oh my God, I can't even say the word. Authoritarian way. That's what he wants. Oh, hang on, oh no, I did like the right one, okay. Senator Matt Canavan said happier times. Anthony Albanese was happy to use the products of Elon Musk to help him get elected PM. Anthony Albanese with Tanya Lawrence this morning in Perth talking about community batteries. These batteries will reduce power bills for families and reduce our emissions. Tesla, owned by the people of WA. How funny they are. Now we've got Human Perspective. Jackie Lambie and the Australian PM Anthony Albanese are woke politicians virtue signalling against someone making a real difference globally. Ironically, Elon Musk built one of the world's largest batteries in their country, South Australia. Oh, okay. A country hell-bent on renewables. Well, yeah, it is. They are attacking him for providing a platform that emphasises the protection of all sides of the discussion, including the sides that were rightly critical and right of the government for harsh lockdowns, mandates and medical coercion. These same people virtue signalling pretend action for votes are now calling for the harshest of penalties against people that have made a real impact on the environment, transport, space travel and freedom of speech. Never forget these people showing their true nature. I don't know how many politicians that could hold a candle to Elon Musk. This is the man they are attacking. Now listen to this. This is not to do with the ongoing current thing, but this is about power prices in Australia, and they talked to Elon Musk about this.
Cost of power is making it almost a luxury item.
Wow. Really?
Really?
I didn't realize it's that expensive. Australia has so many natural resources. I mean, even if you go the fossil fuel route, the electricity should be very cheap.
There are Australians today wondering if they can even turn on their lights. There are Australians today wondering, well, should we go without some food?
Sure.
That's just not something you would ever expect.
I did not expect that. We work harder.
I don't rightly know what they expect him to do about it. But anyway, maybe they want more batteries. I don't know. Craig Kelly said in recognition of Albanese calling for social media to censor memes of himself globally, by popular demand, Friday the 26th of April has officially been declared Albo Meme C Meme Day on X. Okay, he's asked people not to meme him. X users are encouraged to post their favourite Anthony Albanese meme throughout the day. Okay, let's listen to him. Try and tell people not to make memes out of him. This could get taken down.
But this bloke thinks he's above the Australian law, that he's above common decency. And I tell you what, I say to Elon Musk that he is so out of touch. That misinformation isn't got out there. I noticed today, for example, on the way up here, they've removed various sites that were up containing fake images of myself superimposed on other people. That's the sort of thing that is going on social media. Social media has a responsibility to do the right thing here.
Meme the life out of him. Meme wars. Oh my goodness, there he is with Klaus Schwab. Oh, look. Not Wonka, the other one. Oh, is that Klaus? Clowns in Canberra swamp ready for New Year's. Only I decide what can be. Oh, Wonder Woman. Oh, I don't know. Clown. He's going to fine Twitter, by the way. He's taking him to court. He's trying to fine him per day. So these are all the memes that everyone's made about useless man. Yep, all them. Vote for a clown, expect a circus. Australia, what have you done? Oh my God. I'm on my way, Tay-Tay. Pinocchio. I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I spread my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. Whoa. There you go. That'll be enough. Even Alex Jones is in here. Don't meme me. Australian Prime Minister brags of banning memes, mocking him. Okay, let's have a little listen. Oh, am I allowed to? Oh, who cares?
Various sites that were up containing fake images of myself superimposed on other people. That's the sort of thing that is going on social media. Social media has a responsibility to do the right thing here.
Did you catch up with Premier Daniel?
Oh, hang on.
Media companies, including social media companies, have a responsibility to act. It shouldn't need the E-Safety Commissioner to intervene, to take down violent videos.
He's drunk. Seriously? I think he's always drunk. To be honest. Professor Rogers speaks for the hard worker? Not sure, but anyway. Huge breaking news videos. A world-leading historian ridiculed Anthony Albanese's Kokoda walk. One day he's banning free speech. The next day he's commemorating the soldiers that died for our freedoms. What a hypocrite. Polly Bard said last year, way to go Victoria Police, slow clap. 7 News Melbourne said a man has been arrested after a Melbourne couple were allegedly held at knife point and tied up during a terrifying home invasion last year. Last year, Australians are going to be shown. You're being shown. You're being shown why you shouldn't have given up your arms. LT Australia said Andrew Bolt sticks at elbow. Anthony Albanese started a social media war with Elon Musk's free speech platform X, and by the looks of things, it's not going too well for our PM. His Labor government is a laughingstock. Disparaging Albo memes are viral, and Albo is being humiliated as we speak. Albo's hypocritical war with Twitter. The Cooker King says, why weren't more eyes open to the pandemic BS with photos like this? People are effing stupid. Some people, not all. YNWA 2.0 said, remember when it was safe for Dan and Keith not to wear a mask in hospital, but it was unsafe for all the nurses? Look at the happy sheep posing for a photo with dick ears. This lady too. They're too important to wear masks. Everyone else must, but no, these people are too important. They are your rulers. They are your leaders. Bow down. Oz Park, another attack in Sydney. This is it. Thoughts and prayers are with you, Bishop Mari Murray. This hate crime needs to end ASAP. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Anyway, he goes at him. The guy, I believe, is okay. Okay, I'm not going to show the whole thing, right? But he does attack him. And that's what they are going bonkers about, pretty much. I can play it without the sound. Anyways, yeah, that's what's happening here. Rosita Diaz said, if this is true love, I love it. Went to an Anzac Day ceremony yesterday, won't say where, but a Victorian country town. Before the service, the mayor did a welcome to country as follows. I would like to acknowledge our elders, past and present and emerging, who emigrated from Britain and built this proud nation we call Australia. It was priceless. They did. Okay, Mikamius said, you know what to do. Tell the e-safety office you will not comply with this order. Freedom of speech is non-negotiable. Let the pushback begin. John Goddard has said the federal court has just granted Karen an injunction blocking posts of this video on X. She doesn't want it shared. So that's Ma Murray. Interestingly, Karen wants it banned because it depicts a violent event. She thinks that adults can't handle the truth and wants to coddle you into thinking the world is a PG-rated movie. But it's not. And there was no uproar from our government about other violent videos such as Palestinians chanting at the Sydney Opera House. Only a video that caused Christians to be angry for the first time since 1291. I wonder why. They don't bother about any of the other ones. Why this one? Because it's against Christians. Very interesting, isn't it? Wall Street Silver said nothing to see here. I put this in because the Australian people need to listen to this. The Tuskegee syphilis experiment was done between 1932 and 1972 by the US Public Health Service in Macon County, Alabama. The main purpose of this experiment was to observe the natural progression of untreated syphilis in rural African American men. This was done under the guise of receiving free health care from the United States government. What makes you think the Australian government is any better? Australians could have anything done to them as long as it's under the guise of free health care and maybe you need it, maybe it's mandatory. Be careful what you're doing. Okay, here's a Melinda person said Karen song. Oh, look, it's Ocasio-Cortez. E-Safety Commissioner Julie Inman Grant wants to censor Australians. We won't let her. Fight for your freedom of speech. Okay, let's have a listen. What's this? I haven't even listened to it, so let's have a listen together.
Karen, she's from the USA. Works for the Aussie government, they say. She likes to censor, control what we say. But Australians are free, we won't obey. She's got rules, regulations. Thinks she can manipulate our nation. But we won't back down, no hesitation. Australians speak up, it's our foundation. Karen, you can try, but you won't succeed. We won't be silenced, we won't concede. We've got our voices and our belief. No amount of censorship can bring us to our knees.
Well, we have a range of graduated powers. There could be civil proceedings and we could take them to court or we could fine them. Of course, the quantum of the fine would depend on the gravity of the non-compliance to really minimize the amount of content the Australians can see.
She's got rules, regulations. Thinks she can manipulate our nation. But we won't back down, no hesitation. Australians speak up, it's our foundation. Karen, you can try, but you won't succeed. We won't be silenced, we won't concede.
Are you accepting it?
We've got our voices and our beliefs. No amount of censorship can bring us to our knees.
Well, we have a range of graduated powers.
That was a good one. Hang on. Fight for your freedom of speech. Australia, for goodness sake. Come on, Aussie, come on, come on. Come on, Aussie, come on. Elon Musk said, I'd like to take a moment to thank the PM of Australia for informing the public that this platform is the only truthful one. Data Hazard said Australia's Prime Minister taking time during his presser to advertise for Elon. By and large, other social media responded appropriately to calls for censorship by the E-Safety Commissioner. X chose not to. We know, I think overwhelmingly, Australians want misinformation and disinformation to stop. Really? Yeah, from the government, really. In what was a senseless act of violence. What's this? Okay, that's all we can see. But it's also the pain of many people has been exacerbated by what occurred on social media. Okay, nanny government. The broadcasting of violent images that have no place. Social media has a social responsibility. We know we already listened to this shit. But anyway, that's what he did. He said X chose not to stand with the E-Safety Commissioner, and they stand, I think. I find it extraordinary that X chose not to comply, and we are trying to argue their case. We know, I think, overwhelmingly, Australians want misinformation and disinformation to stop, only from the government. Not on social... Let it go on social media. This isn't about the freedom of expression, yes it is. This is about the dangerous implications that can occur when things that are simply not true, that everyone knows is not true, are replicated and weaponised in order to cause division. He couldn't have done a better job himself, could he? And in this case, to promote negative statements and potentially just to inflame what was a very difficult situation. And social media has a social responsibility. Social media is not socialism, or some of it is. There you go. So, Elon said thank you for the, what is it? Thank you for the, attention, I suppose, that he got from it. Bunce23 said, I've said it once and I'll say it again. A short black beats a long black any day. Melbourne man fights off carjacker with Nescafe Blend 43 coffee jar. Well done. Well done. Omnicentrist Microchip said, can someone explain to me like I'm 5 years old, how does a foreign national get this power in our country? Wait till you find out where she used to work. Melinda Richards said, "Dear Australia, our PM wants us to be safe from misinformation and disinformation. Here are some key examples of both, so we all have a very clear understanding of what he's talking about. COVID vaccines are safe and effective. It's only 2 weeks to flatten the curve. A woman is anyone who says they are. Wind turbines are a form of clean renewable energy safe for the environment. The world will experience global boiling. Asymptomatic people are dangerous too. The COVID-19 vaccine will be voluntary. The government can stop the spread of a virus. Men can breastfeed. Are we getting the picture? I hope this helps." Too many people fell for it. Anthony Scalise said, "Once again, this has to stop. Ozpol. Australia is rocked by another alleged shopping centre stabbing as police swoop to arrest teenagers now." I told you, Australia's going to learn the hard way. Working class bro, we haven't even finished with Albanese and the government yet. It's still coming. Working class bro said Anthony Albanese claiming social media companies, mainly X, blaming social media companies, for his government's incompetence and failures in bringing Australia to the brink of social anarchy. It's completely fucking absurd. What a fucking fascist, propagandist piece of shit he is. And I agree. I saw a Canadian this morning saying, oh my God, it was Lauren Southern actually, and she was talking about Australia and all this, and she said, "You know what? You're actually slightly worse than Canada. Do you want to come to Canada? It's a little bit free." Oh my God, someone get me out of here. Oz Integrity said, "Hi, Elon Musk. This tyrannical government does not speak for all of us. We are filthy at them, not you. Please fight them all the way to our high courts and win. Sincerely, many Australians." Because Australians should be filthy about Elon Musk's behaviour, says the Treasurer, Jim Chalmers. He's condemned the behaviour of billionaire owner of X after the social media site decided to challenge the e-safety watchdog's order to remove violent content from the Sydney church stabbing. That's because they wanted it banned worldwide. Australians should be filthy about the way that Elon Musk is behaving in this respect. Turn it round, mate. He should comply with our law. He should comply with Someone in America should comply with Australian laws, Chalmers said. What a dickhead. I think all of us are concerned, in one way or another, about the capacity for social media to spread misinformation and disinformation. And as the owner of one of the main platforms, he should care about that too. Well, he does. He cares about free speech and being able to hear it all. And for people using their own discernment and not being nannied to decide what they can and can't see. Now, the only people we are filthy at are these people, Chalmers and Albanese and the other moron. Or morons, sorry, because even Dutton has decided to go with this. So both of our Labor and Liberal parties, throw them, mate. You're going to have to vote One Nation, seriously. It's the only way out of this, Australia. Rebecca Barnett said Australian government hijacks knife attacks to push for misinformation laws. What do you know? I was waiting for that. After two violence, I thought they were going to maybe remove knives. So you can only have like a butter knife, which could still hurt someone, if you think about it. Ooh. It'd take a while, but you probably could. Yeah, actually you could. In an eye. That would hurt. After two violent stabbings in Sydney, senior politicians are promising to ramp up social media censorship to protect all Australians from misinfo and violent content online. I was near blowing a gasket the last couple of days, and all I wanted to do was come on. Alexandra Marshall said within 10 years she became what she pledged to fight against. Julie Inman Grant, I'm jumping on the anti-surveillance bandwagon. And now look. Elon Musk said, don't take my word for it, just ask the Australian PM. Free speech, X, and truth. Censorship. All of these places. Propaganda. And there's you. Which road do you want to take? God, I didn't mean to click on it again. That's what I wanted to do. James said, assuming the Australian government bans X, what is your backup service? Guess what I picked? Truth Social. Others catching up. What's the other one? All right, what do we got? What, Parler or something? And Everyone's going, get a VPN. You know what? Can't even go see the doctor. No, not the normal doctor. I can't see the spine specialist because I've got my rego due. I've got an electricity bill I got to pay. I can't even do. Look, I can't afford a VPN on top of anything. Okay. In fact, I've got to get rid of stuff. 2GB, Sydney said shocking footage is a murder of a gang of youths attacking a delivery driver near the Sydney CBD. Hello, Australians, do you understand? Do you get it? You are not safe. You never have been. No matter how hard your government tries to keep you safe, you're not. They can't. Where is it? Where are they? You can ring the police. How long are you going to wait for them to get there? That's if you can even get on the phone to ring them, because there's people harassing the shit out of you. Elon Musk said the Australian Censorship Commissar is demanding global content bans. Global Government Affairs said, the recent attacks in Australia are a horrific assault on free society. Our condolences go out to those who've been affected, and we stand with the Australian people in calling for those responsible to be brought to justice. Following these events, the Australian E-Safety Commissioner ordered X to remove certain posts in Australia that publicly commented on the recent attack against a Christian bishop. These posts did not violate X's rules on violent speech. X believes that E-Safety order was not within the scope of Australian law, and we complied with the directive pending a legal challenge. X has now received a demand from the E-Safety Commissioner that X globally withholds these posts or faces a daily fine of $785,000 Australian. It's about $500,000 USD. There was a tragic event, and we do not allow people to praise it or call for further violence. There is a public conversation happening about the event on X and across Australia, as is often the case when events of major public concern occur. While X respects the right of a country to enforce its laws within its jurisdiction, the E-Safety Commissioner does not have the authority to dictate what content X users can see globally. We will robustly challenge this unlawful and dangerous approach in court. Global takedown orders go against the very principles of a free and open internet and threaten free speech everywhere, which they do. Aussie Bot said Aussie Bot crew will attend Melbourne because Tucker Carlson's going to Melbourne. And he's doing a Freedom Conference tour with Clive Palmer. So those who thought Clive was, I don't know. Anyway, Aussie Bot and crew will attend. ScoMo Chico said, who's coming to see Tucker with me? Malcolm Roberts said Bill 1, Identity Verification Bill, passed in Australia. Bill 2, Digital Identity Bill, passed in the Senate, still to pass in the House of Representatives. Bill 3, Misinformation Disinformation Bill, ? One Nation opposed the first two and will vehemently oppose the third. I can't talk today. The same can't be said for the Lib-Lab Uni Party. One Nation will always stand for Australians' fundamental rights to privacy and freedom of expression. One Nation is now the party for the people. They have been since the 90s. I don't know why Australians can't see that, but I don't know. Maybe they can, and maybe they have voted that way. And maybe it was fiddled with. Who knows? Oz Integrity said breaking, X has been ordered to hide the video behind notices for all global users on an interim basis. The interim order only applies to videos identified by the E-Safety Commissioner Julie Inman Grant and does not cover new uploads for the same footage. That's why it's being shared all over the place. Memes. Instead of Wonka, wanker. Harvey Yamini said, did you know the E-Safety Commissioner used to work at Twitter before taking a position with the Australian government? It seems that Tweet and Jules is a disgruntled former employee who's abusing her bureaucratic powers for a personal vendetta. At best, she has an incredible conflict of interest. I hope Elon Musk destroys her in court. Yep, she was sacked when Elon took over. Hence, she has a massive axe to grind with X. There you go. Roxanne Fernando said disturbing reports that eSafety Office has started monitoring and gathering data on Australians that are critical of them. You mean like now? Because I believe they've been doing that for years. Including associated family members. This does not really come as a surprise, as the eSafety Commissioner, Julie Inman Grant, was on television in June 2023 saying she wants Twitter to hand over lists of Australian Twitter Blue subscribers that may have previously been suspended on Twitter. Hi. How you going there, Julie? You want to have a word to me, do you? Milk Bar TV said my open letter, formal complaint regarding the eSafety Office looking into my family. Ooh. So there you go. There's a whole thing going on. People are already taking it to court. Reading her history, it all makes sense now. White House, Microsoft, gender-based harassment. Another one that was planted there on purpose to take away all our remaining liberties. Okay, let's have a look. The Commissioner's career began in Washington, D.C., working in the US Congress and the non-profit sector before taking on a role at Microsoft. Julie's experience at Microsoft spans 17 years, serving as one of the company's first and longest-standing government relations professionals. Ultimately, in the role of Global Director for Safety and Privacy Policy and Outreach at Twitter, she set up and drove the company's policy, safety and philanthropy programs across Australia, New Zealand and Southeast Asia. As Commissioner, Julie plays an important global role as Chair of the Child Dignity Alliance Technical Working Group, red flags, and as board member of the We Protect Global Alliance, another red flag. The Commissioner also serves on the World Economic Forum's Global Coalition for Digital Safety. Massive red flag. Massive. And on their XR Ecosystem Governance Steering Committee on Building and Defining the Metaverse. Under her leadership, eSafety has joined forces with the White House Gender Policy Council and Government of Denmark on the Global Partnership for Action on Gender-Based Harassment and Abuse. That was a mouthful. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Makes more sense now, though. Pauline Hanson said One Nation works hard to bring you new episodes of Please Explain each week. If you want to help us continue our mission to bring the truth to the people of Australia, then you might want to become an annual Please Explain series supporter today. Support pleaseexplain.org.au, because she's got a new one. Pauline Hanson said media release One Nation leading on digital ID and disinformation. One Nation continues to lead the Conservative pack on the response to anti-freedom laws like digital ID and proposed disinformation legislation, while the Coalition is too scared to do anything. One Nation leader, Senator Pauline Hanson, said Conservative Australians who valued their freedom of speech and privacy were being let down by the Coalition, whose leader Peter Dutton had this week signalled he wanted to crack down on free speech and social media. It's unfortunate that Peter Dutton can't show much stronger leadership on these vital issues instead of sitting on the fence all the time, or worse, actually backing Labor Green attempts to stifle Australian freedoms and invade Australians' privacy, Senator Hanson said. It took Mr Dutton months to finally come out against the Voice to Parliament, months after One Nation on principle declared we opposed it. He keeps talking about nuclear energy, but until we get a firm election commitment from him that he will repeal the ban, it's all just lip service. One Nation has advocated nuclear energy in Australia for years, while the Coalition was handing over billions of taxpayer dollars to subsidise uncompetitive renewables. The Coalition remains firmly committed to the net zero fantasy, and despite paying lip service to nuclear energy, Peter Dutton's rhetoric is not supported by his Queensland counterpart, David Christodoulou, who is supporting Labor's 75% by 2023 emissions reduction target, while opposing nuclear energy in his state. We know Mr Dutton's frontbencher, Paul Fletcher, the former Minister for Communications, firmly backs the implementation of the digital ID, and in August said the Coalition had invested more than $600 million of taxpayer dollars in progressing a national digital ID system. So they're using your tax dollars, our tax dollars, to pay for our slavery into the digital ID system. Just like Labor, he says citizens are free not to have a digital ID. They won't be for long. But the legislation which was forced through the Senate contains clear provisions to make it mandatory. From the beginning, One Nation has not only sought to defend the principles of free speech and personal privacy by opposing these laws, but we've also been absolutely and resolutely committed to unwinding them should we be in a position to do so. We've done this because we respect and we're listening to the Australian people. The major parties backing these anti-freedom laws don't trust the Australian people and only want to control and silence them. Which people should know by now. But unfortunately they don't. Hang on, is there a thread? Join One Nation today, that's what it was. Okay. Old Soldier said wasn't social media that named the wrong guy. X did not refuse to comply. It questioned the global imperative. Okay. Let's listen to this idiot again. Do we have to? Yes, we do. Sorry.
Now, surely there is now a recognition that misinformation is a problem on social media. I attended a very moving ceremony last night at Bondi Beach. And it's a tragedy that 6 Australians lost their lives last week in what was a senseless act of violence. But it's also the pain of many people has been exacerbated by what occurred on social media, the broadcasting of violent images that have no place. Social media has a social responsibility. And in addition to that, of course, we know some of the misinformation, including naming some innocent bloke as the perpetrator, is just extraordinary that was...
That was the mainstream media, you half-wit.
Occurred and that was replicated. We need to recognise that, and social media has a responsibility. By and large, people responded appropriately to the calls by the E-Safety Commissioner. X chose not to. They stand, I think, I find it extraordinary that X chose not to comply and are trying to argue their case. We know, I think, overwhelmingly Australians want misinformation and disinformation to stop. This isn't about freedom of expression. This is about the dangerous implications that can occur when things that are simply not true, that everyone knows is not true, are replicated and weaponised in order to cause division, and in this case to promote negative statements and potentially to just inflame what was a very difficult situation. And social media has a social responsibility.
He's an idiot. He's the
now,
biggest...
Sure,
oh shit, I don't want to hear it again. He's the biggest purveyor of mis and disinformation. Where's the rest of it gone? I thought I was missing a whole lot of stuff here, and I am. Where is it? Hang on a sec. Is someone playing with my Twitter? That was the E. Karen song. Let's... Okay, here we go. Okay, I must have, I did refresh it, but it didn't work. Okay, Craig Kelly said Jackie Lambie needs to think before she engages her mouth to consider the consequences of her comments. She's done untold damage to our nation's international reputation. The world is laughing at her in Australia. And she has exposed herself as a power-drunk totalitarian. What she's saying is that she wants to imprison someone not for breaking any law, but for exercising free speech. This is Jackie Lambie. I don't know if anyone remembers her crawling away from the police when women were having the Women's March and she went in with the Aboriginal BS. Colin Ruggs said new. Australian Senator Jackie Lambie calls for the imprisonment of Elon Musk for allowing free speech on X. Tyrants hate when someone take away their power to muzzle their citizens. Elon Musk has no social conscience. Oh, I'll let her say it, okay? This is what she says. And she's full of herself, seriously. This is projection, okay? So turn it round and whatever she says, it's against her, okay?
Elon Musk has no social conscience or conscience whatsoever. I don't know, whatever Elon Musk is on, it says that that's okay to continue to air that is absolutely disgusting behaviour. And quite frankly, the bloke should be jailed. And the sooner that we can bring rules in or do something about this sort of game playing with our social media, the better off we're going to be. But quite frankly, the power that man has, because of that platform that he's on, it's got to stop. It has absolutely got to stop. Elon Musk has no social conscience or...
She absolutely has to stop. Oh my God, yeah, she should be locked up. Wasn't she, didn't she used to go out with a bikie? Was that the one that went out with a bikie? Who sold drugs and stuff? I don't know. There's another one jumping on board, Claire O'Neill. She said instead of doing the right thing, X is fighting for their right to show alleged terrorist content. There's no place in social media for harmful and violent content, and social media companies have a social responsibility. I don't want to hear it anymore. I really don't. Which way am I going here? What is going on with my Twitter thing? Okay, I'm in the post, that's why. Okay, so that's that one. There is more. Here she is again. Avi Yamini. Australian Senator Jackie Lambie is encouraging her 227 colleagues to delete their X accounts in protest of Elon Musk. Great idea. If they do leave, there'll be much less misinformation here. That's what Australians think. See? Not with Albanese.
But I say this to everybody else. I'll be switching off X today. I'll be doing that before I get to the airport this afternoon. And I suggest that the other 226, there's 227 members of parliament do the same thing and show them that you mean business. Because when you want to lead by example, it has to happen from here. It has to happen from here. So start switching off X. Start throwing it back at him. But we've got to start from here. But I say this to everybody else.
That's fine. You guys get off X and let the Australian people be all over it. I don't know. There's something weird going on with my Twitter thing. Sorry, guys. Because I got that one. Missed this one. Got that one. Missed this one. Here she is again. Concerned citizen. This is Australian politician Jackie Lambie, who has stated Elon Musk should be in prison for allowing free speech. Listen to her completely unhinged rant targeting the unvaccinated during COVID. Personally, I think she should be in jail. Projection, Your Honour. Projection. Listen to this BS. It's going to be loud.
Let's be clear.
No?
I don't want people being forced to get vaccinated. I don't think we should ever do that. But I think there's a world of difference between opposing that and supporting this damn bill. This bill says that the freedom of unvaccinated is more important than the freedom of the vaccinated. Really? It says that 9 in 10 Australian adults who have gone out and got the jab don't get a choice themselves. That we don't have a choice to keep COVID out of our work sites, our aged care homes, our pubs, our cafes, our houses, away from our kids. It says some people should be allowed to make consequence-free decisions, that some people should be able to yell fire in a crowded room and get away with it scot-free. I don't think so. Not on my watch. Here's the thing. Being held accountable for your own actions isn't called discrimination. It's called being, you wouldn't believe it, a goddamn bloody adult. That's right, it's being an adult. It's putting others before yourself. And that's what this country's supposed to be about. We don't have lockdowns and border restrictions because state premiers love discrimination. That's rubbish. We have them because state premiers don't want people dying, because they don't want to be playing Russian roulette with their own people's lives. That's why they're doing it. That is why they're doing it. One Nation is the champion for the right for unvaccinated, COVID-carrying mainlanders to come to Tasmania and create an outbreak. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not going to happen under my watch, and I doubt very much if it's going to happen under Premier Gutwin's watch. We're not going to stand for it. The way out of lockdowns and restrictions is vaccinations, because there is nothing else on the table. Let's be honest about that. It's how we protect ourselves, and it's how we protect each other. It's how we stand together. It's how we fight back. It is the only weapon we have, and we need to do everything we possibly can to keep ourselves safe, our kids safe, our grandchildren safe, and our friends and family. That's what we need to do. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made. They have to be made. You are patriots. We should be celebrating vaccinated Australians. You're fighting for our freedoms, to take control of our lives again. That's what you're doing, and good on you. It's a proud day for you today, and so it should be. Good on you for showing the courage to do so. You're the best we have. You are the frontline fighters, and you're displaying the kind of quality that makes this country the great country it is.
What's she talking about patriots for? She wants everyone vaccinated. That's not freedom.
Because that's what it takes, sacrifice. I was brought up in believing in responsibility, to look after people that can't look after themselves, and that nobody owes you anything. So go out and earn what you want. Go out there and earn it. This bill flies in the face of all of that, and that's why I absolutely oppose every bit of it.
What an evil woman. She also said that she was coming after the unvaccinated, lock, stock and barrel. And I thought to myself, what, not lock, stock and two smoking barrels? Another blast, here we go. This is it, I think. Camus said, blast from the past, Australian Senator Jackie Lambie makes threats towards the unvaccinated. I think you're going to find the rest of us coming at you lock, stock and barrel. Okay, this is what she said. So she's I don't know what she's doing. She's like trying to play both sides.
I think people are getting quite agitated right out there now outside, Pete, and those anti-vaxxers out there, that 20-30%, are the ones out there protesting on the streets and doing that sort of thing. I think you're going to find the rest of us coming at you lock, stock and barrel, and we're going to be putting the pressure on you fairly hard, because the rest of us that are trying to do the right thing by the country and our kids and get vaccinated and do the right thing, I think for you, we're going to start to get even more agitated, and we're going to start to get more hardcore, and I think that's what you're going to see, massive division out there, and it'll be us on the front foot. That's what I think is going to happen. I think the tide is going to turn on those anti-vaxxers out there, and you are really going to feel the heat.
We will be looking at what contact tracing looks like in the New World Order, in the New World Order,
In the New World Order, in the New World Order, in the New World Order. Oh my God, the last bit went really quiet. But yeah, that's what she said. So, okay. And Kobe Thatcher said some positive news for today. Senator Jackie Lambie has actually deleted her X account. Good riddance, one less free speech hating politician. That can only be an improvement to this platform. You want my housework? I got some of them and not others. It's really weird. Okay, well, there you go. That is the Australian Twitter war at the moment. Is there anything else? I missed this too. Wow, okay. I might do this on Rumble, actually. Unfortunately, that's parody and it's not actually him. So there you go. That's a news from Australia for today. But we will go over to Rumble. And I've got other stuff that isn't just Australia for Rumble. I just thought I'd do that today. If you can, guys, hit the like button if you can help me out. Okay, let's go to the chat. Okay. Alex said I'm looking nice and cozy. Yes. Do you remember the pet bed I bought? Yeah, this is it. It's in the chair now. And I got my beanie on. And I'm warm. It's cold up here in the mountains. Paul said, Alex, I hope you get some good rest later. Yeah. I did see you said you might not be in for long. That's okay, Alex. Alex said, I'm sure I'll sleep well tonight for once. George said, hey, Hev1, everyone, big love. You too, George. Paul said, Alex, sweet dreams when time for bed. Deb said, my fella's daughter's here visiting us. Crystal says, hello, everyone, and she's using all the herbs we've been talking about. Good on her. Well done. How you going, Crystal? Good to see you. Well, I can't see you, but, you know. Alex said, maybe they're worried about all their dirty little secrets are going to come out. I think that's what when they say they're protecting their democracy or, you know, protecting our democracy, that's their new world order. Do you know how bad democracy actually is? It's just mob rule. The majority, like, get enough immigrants in from another country and you can change the whole voting system. And by the way, and Australia might be a democracy. It probably is because we're just like fucked. But America's not. America's a republic. It's got nothing to do with democracy. Deb said she has cancer and is using alternative medicine. Oh, good. Yeah, it's probably better for you than... Hey, I'll give you something. I've got to talk to Timmy. Fenbendazole. I didn't say that. Let me have a look. See if I can bring it up on the screen or something. That was my chair. It's not me, I promise you. I've got to get Timmy on because we're going to talk about this on Rumble. Okay, look, it says it here. Oh, hang on. I'm not showing you the screen. It says it here. A dosage guide, resource, the big C. Okay, this is fenbenzadoleaustralia.com.au. I'd go and have a look at this. Honest to God, I would. Free express shipping Australia-wide. And you get supporting supplements, CBD oil, 25 milligrams daily, bioavailable curcumin, 600 milligrams twice daily after eating, vitamin E, 800 UI daily after food. I've got to talk to Timmy about this, but I would go and have a look at this page. Hang on, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it. I'm going to give you this. Okay. Hopefully, Deb, that might help. I'm hoping. Okay, let's go back to the camera. Alex said, hey, Crystal, sending you lots of love and prayers. Hope you're feeling better. Yep, definitely. We'll pray for you, Crystal. Deb said, I'm blind today. Can't see anything. Oh, I'm awful. I finally got my lens back into my glasses because when I take them off, I can't see what I'm doing. So trying to get the lens into the right spot, I can't see, right? So I've just playing with it until I eventually got it. Old School Pete said, oops, it seems I'm behind. The chat points still stands, but that's okay. What'd you say? Where is it? Old School Pete. I don't know. I can't go back far enough. Okay, George said, I'm a bit drunk. Hope I don't swear, lol. Don't worry about it, George. Old School Pete said, don't worry, George, I'm on my way too. Kevin said, Elon will work harder at making fools of the Aussie. I hope so. I really can't wait for that. Alex said, oh no, not the hurty memes. Yeah, it's like the words hurt on Twitter, you know, from the mean tweets. It's like that. Old School Pete said 10 past 12 here in Scotland by the sea. It's only right I get pissed. Wow. That's late. Good on you for tuning in. Thank you, guys. I know, the UK, it's pretty late. I'm sorry. Mouse of Doom said he does the wild thing, the Qantas Queen. Deb said that's better. I had to go out and jump back in. Oh, okay. Was it all blurry or something? Mouse of Doom said, Guten Tag, Alex. Flyby Stew said, Alex, have you seen the latest on Dr. John Campbell channel? And Alex said, no, Flyby, I'll check it out. What's he said? Flyby just said, just another debate in Parliament about excess deaths. Old School Pete said, he's raging, lol. Mouse of Doom said, Julian Gillespie was on Jay Campbell's YouTube channel. Cool. Deb said, you can't handle a joke. Alex said, is this the official denial video, Flyby Stew? GL Loft, how you going? Hello, love. Hello, everyone. Flyby Stew said was released about 3 to 4 hours ago. George says, Stew, I'm a pure blood, no jab here. Mouse of Doom said, humiliated. Such a shame. BRB, need a Kleenex. Be right back, need a Kleenex. Mouse of Doom said that content is on other platforms besides X. Exactly, it was on everywhere. It was on mainstream TV. Why is he trying to protect people? Who's he trying to protect? Himself. That's why I question. Did they know? Did they know that was going to happen? Was the guy paid? I don't know. I'm just asking, and they're way out questions, I know, but look, I wouldn't put it past them. Flyby Stew said, same here, George, but I see my responsibility to try and stop my family from taking any more life-threatening crap if they introduce WHO treaty. Alex said, is that a different bishop to the one from the other day? No, it's the same one. I've got cat hair on my microphone. Don't mind me. Geolove said, love and peace to everyone. Love and peace, everyone. Flyby Stew said, all governments piss in the same pot. George said, the world needs love and peace. We do. Mouse of Doom said, all you need is love. Dun, 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 dun. Love is all you need. Deb said, oops, did I put that finger up for her? I did put that finger up for her. Yep, no, I know. Mouse of Doom. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Hey, John, how you going? Hi, all. Love to have love to all. George said, nice tune. Damn it, Mandy said, hey, y'all, go hit that like button like it owes you money. God love you, Mandy. How you going? Good to see ya. GLF said, what is true? That is true, Flyby. We're currently going through a messy divorce. As with all divorce proceedings, it's going to take some time before both sides can be amicable to one another. Mouse of Doom said, hit the thumbs up for Hev. Thank you, guys. Damn it, Mandy said, Deb and George, how you going? Deb said, pretend you get an orgasm from hitting the like button. God love you. Flyby Stew said, damn it, Mandy, hey, ho, what do you know? George said, I'm pure blood, did not have the yeah, me either. I didn't do any of it. I didn't put a mask on. I drove more than 15 kilometres away from my home constantly. I didn't wear a mask when I went into supermarkets. I actually had a, what do you call it? Piece of paper that said I didn't have to. From the doctor. Don't mind me, I'm trying to get comfy here. Yeah, so I had an exemption, that's what it was, an exemption. I just couldn't think of the word. But yeah, I just did everything I didn't listen. I'm a rebel. I have been since I was a teenager, when I rebelled against my parents. Whoops, that was the chair again. I hate having to say that, but it is. I even put this on to try and muffle the noises of the chair, and it didn't work. Okay, anyway. Squeaking all over the place. Charles said, love Hev. Damn it, man. He said, Hev, how you going? It's always good when you're able to get on and hang out with us. Yep, I'll be getting on a bit more now. Things are starting to improve. I've been getting out and getting a bit of sun as well, which is good. Makes you feel good. But yeah, I will be back. I'll start to be back probably this week, actually. I might even just do a video tomorrow, come back live. I don't know if I've got anything on Monday, but I'll be sometime this week. I'll definitely come on. Deb said 8:57 a.m. Adelaide, South Australia, not moist. Damn it, Mandy said the government hates when people think for themselves. They do, especially ours. They don't like it because the people of Australia have been asleep for so long. They really don't like it when they wake up. GLF said, I saw that early this morning, my time, that 140 pilot whales beached themselves in Western Australia. Really? Pat said Dutton, his parents owned or still own a child-caring business, which he was part of, but he had to resign once he got into Parliament. Remember the nanny he sent to France? No, Pat, I don't remember a nanny he sent to France. I'll have to look that one up. George said whales have been beaching themselves for many years. Flyby Stew said that whiskey kicking in there, George. Fat fingers. Yeah, they have. But is it from like, does sonar bother them? The things that we do in the ocean bother them? I don't know. But I know they've been beaching themselves for years. Sherry, how you going? Good to see ya. GLF said for sure the whales have been beaching themselves for years, George. It's a little unnerving when it happens in a big pod en masse. Yeah. George said not drinking whiskey, Stu, lol. Old School Pete said gender-based harassment, lol. What the fuck is that? I know. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Gender-based harassment. Oh, it's against the gender benders. I think. That's what they mean. So you can't harass a male who wants to walk into the female toilets because if they say they're a woman, then they're a woman. Our government are weird. Everyone in charge is really weird. They're all like, lost the plot, mate. Flyby Stew said, still fat fingers, George. George said, lol. Old School Pete had a message retracted. Luna said, good morning, everyone. Good to see you, Luna. How you going? Damn it, Mandy said, what's a bloke? A bloke is a man. That's what we call him here. A bloke. It's a guy. A man. You know? So, it must sound pretty funny to someone who hasn't heard it before. Yeah, but what is a man? What is a bloke? Interesting question, isn't it? George said, hi, Luna, Pat and Darren. And I believe Trump is actually also winning a lot of court things at the moment. Mouse of Doom said, who's the lady standing there? I don't know. Some half-wit. Whoever is standing beside Albanese on mainstream media is a half-wit. Definitely. I wouldn't stand near him. Wouldn't go near him with a 10-foot pole. I'm thinking about that. Might use the 10-foot pole, but I wouldn't go near him with it. Swing and a miss. Alex said, my bathroom just flooded. Got most of the water up now, though. Need to catch it. Oh, no. Alex. Sherry said, I'm sick of these slick talking fools who we are paying our hard-earned money to take away our rights. Well, yeah, they're using Australian taxpayer dollars to bring the digital ID in to enslave Australians. Wow. I wonder when they're going to wake up, the rest of them. Flyby Stew said, who censors social media like being back at school? Fucking dumb. Yeah, I know. Deb said, hey, Sherry. And Luna said, is it me or does he sound more brain dead than he ever... Yeah, he does. Our Prime Minister, I swear, he's drunk. He's always drunk. Everyone's saying hello. Darren said, a bloke is a straight man. Yes. And Timmy, how you going? Is someone playing with my Twitter? My mind went right to the gutter. Hey, Timmy. I've got to message you. We got to get on. We got to get on about the Van Bendazole on Rumble. So I'm going to message you after today's stream probably, unless you join us on Rumble, and you got to let me know beforehand if you want to jump in, because I've got to use a different streaming service if that's the case. But how you going, Timmy? It's good to see you. Alex said, good, thank you. Hope you're well, Andy. Everyone's saying, hey, Timmy. George said, everyone has the right of freedom of speech. They do. We all do. It's crazy. Our government are absolute nut jobs. Darren said, everything they say is projection. Yeah, I believe it is. And George said, hey, Timmy. And Darren said, we can't have social media debunking our misinformation. Exactly. The biggest purveyors of misinformation are the mainstream media and our government. All around the world. Pat said, Jackie is mental Botox has gone to her brain. She's brainwashed Army. She is. She's just utterly, I can't believe, she's ridiculous. Flyby Stu said, gaffer tape wouldn't hold her gob shut. For fuck's sake. I know. She's very loud, very brash, and not in a good way. Like, I wouldn't mind if she said the things Pauline Hanson says, but she'd have to stand behind them. But she doesn't. She's just, I don't even know what her message is. It goes from one side to the other. Like she said, she's behind all the people protesting for freedom or something. But you got to get jabbed. I don't know. George said, I might not agree with everyone's view, but I do listen. Yeah, that's exactly right, George. You don't have to agree with everything anyone says. But listen, and just make up your own mind. Mouse of Doom said, ugh. Darren said, if she thinks the jab works, there is no problem with someone who didn't get it. Yeah, exactly. If it worked, why do you need someone else to get it? It's supposed to work on you. You had it. Other people aren't supposed to be able to give you that. Mouse of Doom said, settle down, Jacko. Deb said, how dare you all choose freedom? Darren said, she's gone mad. Mouse of Doom's laughing. Susie said, Jackie Thunberg. Oh. Deb said, that's the emotional that perpetrates this bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Judith said, she's just a screaming yob. Yeah, she is. She's absolutely ridiculous. I don't like her at all. I haven't for a long time, since I knew who she was. Darren said, get the men in white coats. And Susie said, hi, guys. Good to see you, Susie. Alex said, shame on government seem to put themselves in their pocket above people with the people's taxes, eh? Yeah. I can't believe it. They use Australian taxpayers' money to take them down. Alex said, simmer down. Kevin said, performance art. That's what it seems like. She's really, over the top. Susie said, Jackie Karen Thunberg. Oh, Deb said, what a joke. A lot of people were not safe because of it. Yeah. Well, look at all the myocarditis and pericarditis and all the things going on now, all the deaths from it. Luna said, oh my God, nut job, shut up. I know. She's mad. Judith said, moron, we can look after ourselves. Yeah, that's like Nanny and, Nanny government gets stuffed. Alex said, we need to get rid of all the governments. Pat said, yeah, we can put others before ourselves all the time. Look where we are now. You have taken Australia away from a stupid brainwashed army brat treason on Australian people. Jailer, yeah. Exactly. I think she belongs in prison. Okay. And Susie said, hi everyone, totally exhausted today, can't hardly move. How are you guys feeling? Is the eclipse flu? I don't know, but I've been feeling a bit sneezy and stuffy in the last couple of days, but I did have my grandkids over who had the flu. So I'm just keeping up with the vitamin C and trying not to catch it or let it catch me. Mouse of Doom said, give up the carbs, guys. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot more on carnivore diet. Sounds good. George said, do not trust the politicians. They are leading us to destruction. Darren said she must be so mad because she knows she's been duped but can't come to terms with it. Probably. Or she's part of it. George said, fuck the New World Order. Yeah, exactly. Deb said, yes, I have IBS. Diagnosed. I now know what I can and can't eat. Wow. And Deb said, like. Mouse of Doom said, the plants are trying to kill us. G. Olaf said she deleted her ex account. She'll be back more than likely under an assumed name. Yeah, I bet you she will. Deb said, no ghost chair, Yeti chair. Yeah, it's more like, I don't know what it is now. What is it? It's huge. Very padded. It's like a lounge chair. Darren said, the New World Order is defective. I want my money back. Give me my money back, you bitch. What was that song? I remember that song from, the late 90s? Anyway. Judith said, my brother taking fenbendazoles for bladder cancer is diagnosed in Feb. And then I put the link in there. There you go, Judith, yep. George said, be right back, going to get a few more beers. Susie said, what's fenbendazole? It is, I've put a link in just a couple of comments before your one, Susie, with the link. Go and read it. It's very interesting. Alex said, yes, she'll be desperate to get a fix in. Judith said, we saw sows from Bendigo. Dogwormer. They always say, like, dogwormer and stuff like that, but it's actually a medication. They do use a lot of human medications there on dogs and things like that as well. Alex said, I'm glad I got rid of Twitter 4 years ago. Alex said, just hit 1 a.m. Bathroom flood kind of woke me up a bit. Ooh. Darren said, did 1 a.m. upset you? LA, Fenben or Panicur is a parasitic wormer. Yeah, because that's what some people believe that C is. Gerloff said, I really do enjoy it when someone announces to the whole world they're leaving a certain platform, then they try to encourage everyone to do the same, but others are all like, bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. LA said, now we know it does other amazing things exactly. Pat said, there's no knife in that boy's hand. That's why they don't want you to see it. Possibly, but he beat him anyway. It's all a movie. LA said, hello, Alex, Heaven fam. Hey, going, LA? Good to see you. Alex said, glad you're feeling better, Hev. Zena said, hey, Hev. Hey, everyone. Good to be here for a little while. Good to see you, Zena. Darren said, hi, Zena. Sorry, Darren, I probably didn't say hello to you. Good to see you, Darren. Good to see all you guys, if I didn't say that. I'm getting a bit warm. It was freezing this morning. My window's shut. Now I'm getting hot flushes. And Zena said, hey, Alex, I missed you guys, but today, again, ain't staying long. Zena said, got to say, misinformation, etc. Was it ever any different? Newspapers always full of BS, yep. Flyby Stew said, hey, how's your mum? Not heard anything for a while. She's doing good. She stopped the medication the hospital gave her, and she's on vitamin B and zinc and a few other things and D and all that. She's doing good. Surprising. And my daughter's moving out of the house that her boss owns. That, yeah, big, what a mess that is. Anyway, she's moving slightly up the mountain toward me. Oh, it's good. Darren said the whales are making a statement against offshore wind farms. They probably are. Alex said, I saw that giant oarfish rose from the sea just before those earthquakes a couple of weeks ago. Zane said, magazines, Women's Weekly, Dolly, Cosmopolitan, yep. It is just we didn't know back then. Exactly. They were all, and you know what they did too? They pushed feminism on women. All those magazines. And Dolly was like a teen magazine, or preteen and teen magazine for young girls that introduced them to a whole lot of things they probably shouldn't have known and wouldn't have known because we didn't have social media, and the only way we all knew was from the magazines, including taking yourself out and poems and letters from people. It was bad. Now looking back at it, Xenotron said they put wind farm on the west coast of Tassie in the path of migratory birds. Oh no. What could possibly go wrong? Those poor birds. Darren said they really love the environment, Xena. Yeah, we love the environment more than they do. Like, I don't want to see rubbish dumped here and there and everywhere and, in the environment. But we don't go and knock all these trees down to build factories and, I understand you need factories and that, but like big corporations. Big buildings that are useless because they're just all office. I don't know. Sometimes I think that way. So it said 77% of Australians didn't want Albo. I know. It's funny. And he thinks that most Australia agrees with him. We do agree we don't want misinformation and disinformation, but more from the government and the media than people on X. We don't want it from them. We don't mind the X, and even if it is disinformation, we can sort through it. We'll find out. So only 1 in 3 want this shite. We are the majority. Alex said, does anyone here have an Airbnb? Apparently people have been getting emails to say they won't be insured around 6th of June as some sort of disaster is expected. I don't know much more than that. No. Wow. Zena said they are a pack of evildoers. Airbnb needs to go too. That needs to end. That's not good either. And a lot of people, like a lot of Airbnb places, check for cameras, mate. Seriously. Everywhere. PowerPoints everywhere. So Tron said they're a pack of evildoers. Darren said, if Aussies are anything like Brits, you won't fight back until halfway through the battle. Yeah, and that's what the priest was calling for. Strong men, stand up against certain stuff. And then he got attacked. Huh. Funny that, isn't it? Spoke up about COVID, lockdowns, freedom, that sort of thing. Alex said, maybe see if there's anything on Twitter about it, Hev. I will look, if you can remind me when I'm on Rumble, because I do want to do a Rumble video. I don't want to leave Rumble. I'm going to also upload this to Rumble, but I don't want to leave Rumble, They're some very good support over there. Zena said, Alex, they are letting us know what they are doing, otherwise they're throwing out a red herring not to be trusted. Kevin said, interesting, Alex. Alex said, yeah, I think something's definitely looming. Zena said, stuff is happening every day. It is. And April showers bring May flowers, and I think they meant this year. I do. I don't know why. Zena said, I got banned from YouTube because I spoke out against something. Oh, no. Alex said, we're living in the twilight zone. We are. I say that all the time. We really are. It's ridiculous. Pat said when he was Minister for Migration a few years ago, he pulled the strings to get her to France to work as a nanny there. Was a lot about it in the news. Oh, there you go. Alex said, I know, I'm glad you're back, Zena. Zena said, it's awful being muzzled, but I'm back. Good on you, Zena. Alex said, they're trying everything they can as they know their time is running. Yeah, they're throwing it all out. Zena said, my nickname should be Big Mouth, lols. Sometimes I think that about myself. Alex said, I feel shattered today too. Zena said, what happened to sticks and stones? That may break your bones, but names will never hurt you, Elbow. Exactly. He didn't learn that one. Because everything hurts. Words, pictures. Oh my God, it all hurts so much. Flyby Stew said, Zena, I hereby christen you Gobshite 101. Lol, only joking. Sherry said, I've been sleeping a lot. This is unusual for me. I'm a hyper person. Wow. I've been getting a bit of rest and then being really tired when I can't get that rest, like when the kids were here. God, I was tired. And I ended up with a headache, but I'm all right now. Zena said, wow, anyone here in Melbourne then do a chat with Hev? Zena said, women in power got to question their methods. Oh, yeah, I'd be very careful of that. Yep. Zena said, another dumb bee with an axe to grind, taking it out on the population. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, that's great news about your mum, Hev. Yeah, she's doing really well. Susie said, King Charles has announced he's coming back to work. Oh, really? Is it a clone? Is it something else? Is it not him? I don't know. Alex said, I don't think he'll be back for a long, Susie. Zena said, I don't care about Charles. I want to know what's going on with Kate. Oh, she's popped back up too. I believe. I believe she's popped back up. Alex said, not my king. George said, Charles is not my king. Hey, Al, how you going? Zena said, I don't feel sorry for him, but fancy waiting all your life for mum to die so you can be king and then get struck with cancer. Irony, yeah. Alex said him and his brother were best mates with massive pedos. Yes, they were. Zeta said, my fingers were going crazy keeping up with my brain. My fingers are going crazy keeping up with my brain. And Zal said, you can feel it in the air that something is about to occur. You can. Well, Trump's about to be let off from the court cases and that. I think everyone's panicking because I think something's going to happen. That's why we're seeing all this. Alex said his dirty deeds are catching up with him, Zena. Does anyone remember Trump saying, see you in 5 months in November? January, February, March, April. I don't know. I just remember that stuck out to me. See you in 5 months. Or maybe just because he's running. You know, he'll be on the campaign trail. I don't know. Or maybe the court dates will be over by the end of April. Alex said his dirty deeds are catching up with him, Zena. Darren said maybe Charles' friends didn't tell him to get the placebo. He will see how small a cog he is. Susie said, Alex, what do you make of the horses that got loosed in London? One was bleeding quite badly. Apparently, it's some kind of message to or from the royal family, not sure. Wow. Alex said he sold himself and all of us down the river when he joined the WEF. George said, Charles likes his nonsense. Susie said, they say Willie's wife is in witness protection with the kids. Alex said, made me think of the 4 horses of the apocalypse. Susie? Zeta said, Susie, Black Mirror bleeding into our world. Zal said, they're all cardboard cutouts, what you're seeing. Or AI generated. Alex said, I don't think anyone has really seen Kate for about 4 months. I think that video was some sort of AI. Geolof said, April showers bring May flowers. May flowers bring pilgrims. Pilgrims bring crooked turkeys for Thanksgiving. Wow. Zena said, Susie, maybe I could believe that something isn't right. Zena said, I saw a picture of Kate lying in a state in a beautiful gown. I thought it might be a fake, though. I'm not sure. Susie said, yeah, Alex, but also riderless horse portends of death of someone specific, I heard. Major message, though, super creepy. And Darren said, if Kate really is having chemo, then she will not be pictured for a while. No, because her hair might fall out, stuff like that. Zena said, Kate looked gaunt in that video they presented. Okay, guys, give me about 15 minutes and I'll meet you over on Rumble because we're going over there next to have a quick chat, and that'll be it for the day. And then I'll be making videos during this week. So, okay, guys, I'll give me 15 minutes and I'll see you over on Rumble. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.